Pre-trip video, vehicle 829. I'm going to show you how to go over some of the basic components of the vehicle as well as the maintenance. Starting out with your driver's log. You always want to fill out your date, the name, vehicle number, trailer if you have one attached, start odometer, payroll start, what time you leave the yard, what time you return to the yard, and your job start location. This is going to be an Isuzu box truck we're going over today. We're going to start by opening the doors, making sure the doors open and close properly. Very good. This is a cab over again, so it's a little bit trickier, so we're going to go over the basics on that. If you do have any questions about opening or closing the cab, most of these Isuzus will have this cautionary how to open the cab. In case you have any questions, you can kind of refer back to that when you open it. We're going to go over again with the safety latch. Go in and release the safety latch. You got to hold on and pull that to release the big latch. Once that guy gets pulled up, you're going to want to open the door. It's going to make it a little bit lighter and easier to get the cab over. Again, pushing up ever so gently. And we want to make sure we're closing the door as well. These doors are heavy, and it's a lot less awkward with the door closed. So now that we have it up and open, we're going to take a look at the battery first, make sure that our terminals are in good shape. Everything's connected, nothing's loose, no corrosion, everything seems to be good there. On this side, again, if you have any questions, we do have a label on the inside of what type of oil, how much oil, and also a note about the transmission fluid here. Most importantly, we're going to check the oil. So on this guy, it's right in the front here, wiping off the excess and reinserting. Most important thing you'll do all day. Because on this guy you can see we're low. So this guy needs some oil before it gets started. So it's a good thing we checked him. We're going to replace the dipstick. You're going to add your oil as needed. I'm going to show you the cap of where to add the oil here. Simply remove the cap. Again, doing all this while the engine is cold with the oil. You'd remove the cap, add the oil, and then check your dipstick again to make sure you're at the right levels. On this side here, you see also it does have a transmission dipstick. You're going to want to check this while the engine is warm, has warmed up to temperature. So we'll also tell you again what type of transmission fluid. It's very important to put this type only of transmission fluid into this vehicle. Panning over the engine, we're always looking for anything loose, anything that is pooling or puddling as far as oil goes. We're going to take a look at our belts. We can see inside. It's got a big belt inside here. There's no damage to it, no fraying, no tattering. Everything's in good shape there. Thank you. Looks good. We're going to pan over and take a walk to the other side of the engine. Again, we'll kind of show you the 45-degree angle of the cab once it's open there. Okay, so we're going to come over on this side and we can see we have our coolant again, reservoir. Yep, we got the cap on the top and we've got our fill lines again, whether it's minimum or maximum right here. Yep, minimum, maximum, minimum. Very good. Right here we have our power steering fluid with, again, a minimum or a maximum fill level on it. Take the cap off, add it if needed. Place the cap. Again, looking over the engine, make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary. Everything seems to be good. On this guy, again, you have your washer reservoir on the inside. Best to check it with it at a regular angle, but even at a 45-degree angle, you can see that this guy is just about out of washer fluid. We are empty. So not having windshield washer fluid is a DOT violation. You want to make sure you have that reservoir filled up completely. Now that we've checked everything as far as the engine, we're going to show you how to put this guy back down. This guy, I'll warn you, on 829 does come down pretty fast. You're going to have to be very cautious. Again, you have the latch on the inside. Once you release the latch, you bring this guy down all the way, pull down on the lever until you hear it engage, and now you're locked. Just pull up once on it, make sure that you're locked in, pull up on your cab, make sure it's not going to come up on you. Again, before you do this, you're wanting to check and make sure there's nothing loose that's going to pop up and hit your windshield whenever you're lifting that cab up at a 45-degree angle. Glass bottle of soda, computers, laptops, anything like that, you want to make sure you have secure so you're not flipping it up, breaking that windshield. Okay, so now that we've checked the engine components, let's go inside and make sure that we're safe. We're going to start by checking out our seat belt, make sure our seat belt secures and latches. Pull it across the body. You'll hear it engage with a click. Checking out our mirrors, make sure that our mirrors don't have any cracks or chips inside our side view mirrors. Both mirrors appear to be in good shape. Let's go ahead and check out the front windshield. Fire up the truck, please. Excuse me. Again, we can look at our windshield. We can see that we don't have any cracks or chips. The windshield appears to be clean here. Go ahead and give me the wipers. Give me the fluid. As you can see on this one, we checked our reservoir, we don't have any fluid inside. So again, that's a DOT violation if you do not have windshield washer fluid in your reservoir. Let's go ahead with the headlights. Headlights are good. Give me the high beams. High beams are good. Give me the four ways. Oh, it looks like on this one we do have a low beam out. So we'll have to check that one. Give me the right turn signal. Good. Left. Good. We're gonna go around the back and check the back lights. As we're walking around the truck, we're making sure that we don't have any damage on it. You can see on this guy, the top's a little dinged up. Something you might want to note on your driver's efficiency. We're looking underneath the truck again to make sure we don't have any oil leaking or pooling underneath. Nothing loose or hanging underneath of our vehicle. Can check out our mud flaps, make sure we have mud flaps. Mud flaps are in good shape. Let's check the lights in the back. Give me the brake lights first. Brake lights are good. The four ways. Four ways are working. Give me the driver signal. Good. Passenger. Good. Backup lights. This one we can see we do have the backup lights lit up. Very good. Let's check out our beacons. Make sure our beacons are working. Top of the truck, you'll see two lights in the back that'll light up and rotate. Kind of hard to see with the sun, but we do have those both lit up there. Continuing to check for damage on the outside of our truck. Anything loose or hanging out underneath. Checking out our lights on top, our marker lights. We have a light in the very front here we can see is working, so we're good on the beacons. Aero board. Let's check out our aero board in the back here. Make sure that it's lighting up. Very good. Very good. Very good. We can check and make sure that we have all of our... Good, the next one, yep. Very good. So we've got all our lights lit up, making sure everything's lit. Nothing hanging off loose. We're all in good shape there. Very good. You can check out our horn while we're inside the cab, make sure the horn works. The horn does work, very good. Give a little turn to the steering wheel to make sure it's not too loose or not too tight and that the steering wheel coordinates with the wheels. Very good there. Come back inside, we're going to check out our defrosters. Make sure our defrosters work, make sure our middle vents work. Very good. We've got a CB radio in our truck, we'll check for that, make sure it's on channel 2 and that it works with the rest of the vehicles in the procession. Always on channel 2. We're going to check out our gauges here, make sure we don't have anything unusual on the gauges. Check out our fuel light going left to right. We'll see our fuel almost all the way full. Very good. Tachometer, speedometer, and we've got our temperature gauge on the right. Again, when we check our transmission fluid, we want to make sure that our temperature gauge is warmed up so we're getting a good reading on our temperature. On this truck, we'll see a couple more lights lit up. Go ahead and fire it up. So we've got a check engine light. Something again that we want to make sure we're checking out for you, but everything else appears to be in good shape. Do have a DEF light on this light. That's something again you might want to note on your vehicle deficiencies. But again, everything on the dash looks like it's in good shape. The parking brake on this truck is on the middle. We'll pull up on the parking brake, press in on the button to release it. Very good. We're going to check out the rest of the truck here and kind of walk around and see visually the front, make sure there's no damage to the bumper. Check for your license plate. Check for your registration sticker. Very good. Come around the other side of the truck and check out our PPE. Got our gloves, our high visibility safety vest, our hard hat, and our safety glasses. Brake fluid. One thing we did forget to show you on this Isuzu is the brake fluid. It's kind of hidden. It's on the inside of the truck here. You'll find on this side, it opens up. and you've got a fill on a minimum or a max, or it's actually a max or an add line that you've got on there. But again, one you'll have to check while the cab is down, and that little compartment on the outside just comes off, simply puts itself right back on there. Very good. Let's check out our fuel cap, make sure we've got a fuel cap that works and locks. Fuel cap listed here. You'll also see on top of it, it's listed as diesel fuel only. Diesel fuel only. Cap does work. Let's check out our tires. Give it a little pressure test, just a little kick. Make sure it's holding the tire pressure we want. A little hand turn on the lug nuts, make sure the lug nuts are in good shape. Very nice. Yeah. We're going to check on the underneath side and take a look at our leaf springs, make sure there's nothing cracked or broken on our leaf springs. Nothing loose or hanging, everything looks like it's in good shape here. No pooling or puddling of any oil under the engine. We're in good shape there. Check back at our list here. We've gone in cab, we've gone under the hood, we've gone around the vehicle. We're going to check out our driver's license. You want to make sure you have your driver's license on you at all times. Proper license for this vehicle. Medical card for anything 10,001 pounds. Gross vehicle weight. PPE we saw already. Toolbox is required for spray trucks only. 10 hours off duty. Applies to all drivers. Brakes adjusted or self-adjusting. Cell phone use prohibited. Seat belts used at all times. Must stop at all DOT checkpoints. Gross vehicle weight as well as vehicle height. Take a look back inside the truck, typically found on the door jamb here. We can see up on top, 14,500 pounds, gross vehicle weight. As far as our height, you can look inside the truck above the dash. Again, it is labeled at 11 feet high. When we're finished for the day, we're going to note any deficiencies we found on the vehicle, whether our vehicle was satisfactory, whether our trailer was satisfactory if we have one, and our signature. At the end of the day, we're putting our end time, our total time, what our end odometer was, any deficiencies that we found throughout the day, whether our vehicle was satisfactory or not, as well as the trailer. You'll need to sign, as well as print your name in blue or black ink.